Stand-up comedy pre-pandemic used to look like this.
Got the basement moved upstairs now. I got my own room.
People packed in, close together, without face masks on, laughing, spraying, all of their germs out everywhere. And that's just not conducive in this sort of environment.
So they now perform outside in parking lots and backyards.
Started COVID by myself in the house alone, boring.
And the effort to make a safe comeback for laughter under COVID-19 has been a bumpy ride.
Crickets is out, bugs, I'm squatting mosquitoes on the stage sometimes, ambulance, helicopters. It's a lot of outside factors, outside hecklers that you can't really do anything about.
The required face coverings in the audience to lessen the risk of infection is another challenge.
You can't see them smile and stuff, so you really have to make sure your jokes are hitting. You don't know if they like you yet until you have a punchline that works.
Good, been working from home. Anybody else? A lot of people? I'm not a fan, because I don't do well work. I barely worked from work, you know what I mean? So now, pants are optional.
Since COVID-19's onset, it's taken months for these young comedians who normally earn from $20 to $200 a show to get back on stage.
My nephew's out of school. He's not going to school because of COVID. Do you guys remember what happened the last time we had a tragedy? Do you guys remember the DC sniper? Do you remember what they told us to do? Lock the door? No, they told us to run in zigzags.
As independent contractors, they work with organizations such as Crybaby DC and Capital Laughs, which used to organize 40 shows a week in bars and restaurants. That's now down to 4 a month outdoors.
I think I saw a poll where it was like 30% of businesses who closed during COVID don't think that they're going to even reopen. And that's really scary. Because, those businesses help produce comedy shows, help artists in a lot of other ways.
The DC Comedy Loft, for instance, has canceled about 150 shows and projects $2 million in lost revenue. When the Loft reopens, it will be at only 35% capacity for social distancing. But beyond the financial toll, these comedians worry about losing their creative spark.
You're used to being creative and exercising that muscle and also existing in a creative environment with a lot of other people that's very social. It's kind of like, where does all my inspiration go?
Like the fun part about being a comedian is if you come up with an idea that day, you can go try it that night. And now a lot of the times you're having to sit on a joke for 5 or 6 days before you actually finally get to test it out again.
Aware that the business will be struggling for a while, fans are willing to undergo temperature checks and follow safety rules, at least in part, to support the comics.
It's never an easy career, and so especially right now, it's really important to still, do what we can. And then we also get a benefit out of it by getting to get out of the house, which is nice.
We can't stop living, but we just got to take the necessary precautions. Laughter takes away a lot of stress from the day. So that's the key to life, laughter.
I'm trying to lose weight. Anyone else here? Liars? Anyone else?
Verónica Valderas Iglesias for VOA News, Alexandria, Virginia.